Hello and welcome to yet another video here on the YouTube channel Spelfriendly Fellowship. My name is Andreas Norwegian Viking and I'm your host for the Battle Company series. So in this video we are going to explain the first of the different factions you can play during a Battle Company campaign or tournament. And we are starting, of course, with Mordor. And Mordor has several different factions and we'll go through them one video at a time, basically. And we start with Barad-Dur. Barad-Dur is the main themed orc warband, and you have lowly orcs to brutish urukai and wargs as well. So over the course of a campaign or tournament, you can get access to orc warriors, Moran orcs, orc trackers, on or well, with or without the wargs. You can get Mordor Urukai, Blackguard of Barad-Dur, or Warg Riders. So that's the different kinds of models you can get access to. Of course, as with all warbands, you start with either a starting warband or indeed your own designed warband. The starting company for this warband is 2 orcs with shields, 2 orcs with spears, 2 orcs with orc bows, 1 orc with 2-handed weapon, 1 Mordor Urukai with a shield, and 1 Mordor Urukai with a 2-handed weapon for a total of 60 gold. And 60 gold is exactly the amount of points you have to spend when you're designing your warband as well. When you're designing your own warband, you get access to the normal warriors, so you can't just buy yourself a Blackguard of Barad-Dur. You have to first get a Mordor Urukai and then get 5 experience points and roll 4+ on the die to get the Blackguard if you want to do that. But you can of course just get Mordor Urukai for 8 gold. You can of course go for Orc Warriors for 5 gold or Wild Wargs for 8 gold. Extra equipment costs 1 gold for a shield, a spear, an Orc bow, 2-handed weapon. A throwing spear costs 2 gold and a warg costs 6 gold. So you will have the option to equip your warriors when you're designing your own warband. You can of course buy the equipment later, and you can, if you want to, do a total warg list. Well, you can of course have just wargs, or you can promote, well, not promote, but you can have orc warriors on wargs starting if you want to do that. Don't recommend it because you will have orcs and wargs gaining experience and then being promoted for free without having to spend the gold on them as well. Hero equipments, so you're starting with heroes, but those only have 1 wounded, 1 attack each. Only models with 3 in those 2 stats combined or more pay more gold for their equipment, and that is increased to 5 gold for shield, spears, bows, 2-handed weapons and throwing spears, and then 10 gold for a warg. So equipment gets more expensive to buy for a better hero than a lowly hero. So we have a bunch of promotions. So when your orc or warg or urukai gets 5 or more experience and it's a normal warrior, not a hero, you can roll on the promotion table, and if you roll a 4+, 4 or 5 actually, on a 6 he becomes a hero. You can upgrade an orc with a shield, spear or 2-handed weapon to a Moran orc with shield or spear. So you can get both shield and spear. You have to buy the spear separate. And then you have an orc with an orc bow becomes an orc tracker. An orc tracker then again becomes an orc tracker on a warg. A warg rider with a bow becomes an orc tracker on warg. A Blackguard of Barad-Dur, a Mordor Urukai becomes a Blackguard of Barad-Dur, and then a Wild Warg becomes a Warg Rider. There's several tracks for the different types of orcs, and my favorite is Blackguard's Barad-Dur. So if I want to design my own warband for this, I think I would do a all Urukai list, maybe. We'll see. if I'm going to do that for this instance in the new season that's coming up. So, what I didn't talk about in the main bulk of the explanation of the actual rules for the type of campaign or tournament you can do that is special rules. So some models will have special rules included on them. So for instance, a rider of Rohan will have expert rider, of course. But then you can also have heroes that gain special rules or relics during the course of a campaign or tournament. So Barad-Dur has access, this is of course when you roll a 5 on the hero advancement table. You can choose either from the tables or you can choose a special rule from your own list. The normal special rules I went through in the main video, but this is for Mordor only. So the Barad-Dur special rules and relics are as follows. You can get a shaman. So this is a rule you can select 2 times. So the first time the rule was chosen, the hero gains Fury, magical power, cast with a 3+, and has a range of 6 inches. And he also gains a point of will. So this means that you will, before it was that you gained Fury but only had 1 will on your hero. Now you get +1 will. That means your lieutenant will have a minimum of 2 will. The first time he selects his rule, his point cost will increase 10 points rather than the usual 5. The second time the hero gains Transfix and costs him 5+ and has a range of 12 inches and costs 5 points to expend. So he becomes, but it doesn't gain the will point. That's the extra 5 points explained in the first text. Next special rule is Spiteful. The hero is known far and wide for his spitefulness and cunning. If the hero is defeated in hand-to-hand combat but is not slain, he may immediately make a single attack against one enemy that has been in base contact with him. Special strikes may not be used for this sneak attack. So, quite interestingly, you can have, for instance, your Uruk-hai hero gaining strength 4 or maybe more strike against a warrior. So that's cool. War Drum. At the start of the move phase, after any heroic actions have been called and executed, the hero can sound the advance. All battle company members within 12 inches of the hero gain 3 inches for the movement, though they cannot charge, exactly like War Drum in the main rules, but this is an upgrade for a hero. So next one is Whip of the Master. The hero gains a whip, throwing weapon with a strength of 2 and a range of 2. In addition, each time the hero of or another hero within 6 inches of him calls a heroic action, roll d6 on a score of 5+. There is no need to expend a point to might. The action is free. So basically, it becomes a taskmaster. So that's cool. And the Shield of Barad-Dur is basically the same shield as Shagrat, War Leader, has, and that is you gain the knockdown rule as long as he's on foot. So you gain knockdown when you're charging, even if you are on foot, and only one hero may wield the Shield of Barad-Dur at any given time. So that is the rules for Barad-Dur. What I think the list has in strength is its Uruk-hai. I think the normal orcs is not that good, so I would go for as many Uruk-hai as you could muster. Basically, more Uruk-hai. Have some with shields. Maybe a couple of them with 2-hand weapon. Don't bother with the bows. I don't think bows on orcs are particularly good. And then you get the Blackguard upgrades, and then hope that one of them becomes a hero, because then you would have a strength 5 hero that can become on strength 6 with an upgrade. You can also have one of them to become an Urukai Shaman with Fury. You can also recruit, well, you can gain the War Drum or the Shield of Barad-Dur to get into close combat previously, and then you can gain Knockdown. So I think there's loads of cool ways to make a Barad-Dur warband work for you. So that's the way I would do this warband, and I love the models for the Black Order Barad-Dur. I think they're awesome. Only thing is that the shields keep falling off. So that's my main problem with these. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please join us again for the next video in the series where we explain the forces of Barad-Dur. So thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe, and as always, support your Hobbit hobby.